Always had a queen by your side. You know I'm ready to ride. Super side. Say what they want, what they like.
Come on in.
Ain't no confusion, baby. You know I'm ready to ride. Always up with you, baby. We need to hit you, baby. Say what they want, what they like. We keep it 100, baby. We keep it 100. We keep it 100, baby. Ain't no confusion.
Hey, everybody. On here. But whoever on here, make sure you share the video.
For a king,
Come on in, come on in. If you've never watched the show before, this is the show. Make sure that you share the video. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you share with everybody you share with. If you have sons, if you have daughters, but especially sons, really for our sons. I don't have a son personally, but I feel like they're mine too. So make sure that you guys share the video and get your son. Get in front of the TV, gather around the computer, gather around your phone, gather around with them, gather around, because this is a show that we need in our community. More of us with really shows like this on our platform. So want to come on in, Charles. Bring y'all ass on in. Y'all already know what time it is. We got 45 people on here. We need to do that. We need to have more people on here than that. Today we ain't talking no shit. We talking about real shit. Come on in. Come on in. Make sure y'all share the video. Tag whomever you need to tag. Come on, we got 635. Let's get this show. It needs to be 2,000 people on this goddamn live. Come on in, because today is the day. Come on in, Ramona. And for Syria, what's up, Nisha? Everybody come on in. Monica, I knew you weren't going to let me down. Come on here. Alicia, welcome. Goddamn it, welcome. Come on in. I'm giving y'all a little more time to come on here because your numbers need to come up. What's up? Lisa, everybody come on in. Marquita, come on in.
Wait a minute, hold up. Nobody told us it's gonna be easy. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. It seems that we all love.
Come on in. Come on in, Michelle. Shay. Come on in. Welcome, Kim. Michelle. Come on in. I don't know what happened. But anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. Hey, Libby over there on YouTube. Make sure you share the video. Sylvia, welcome. Everybody, welcome. So today we have a couple. I'm gonna call their ass out. Kevin Wilson was supposed to be on here. Pastor Kevin Wilson, he forgot that he had Bible tonight and all that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, he had Bible study tonight. Big Mike, you supposed to have been on here, but you know, you ain't even called me. I had to call you and contact you about the show. And you let me know at the wee hour that you had football practice. I'm gonna hit you with one of these too. And the other dude that's supposed to be on here, I just talked to him and Quentin, and he ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hit you with one of these because this is a very important show and everybody needs to show and should have shown up. But you know, that's neither here nor there. So today, you know, we're talking about saving our sons and we're talking about the city of Mobile, Alabama. It's breaking up. I don't know why it's breaking up. Let me see why it's breaking up. Let me see. Hold up. Why it's breaking up. Are we good? Are we still breaking up, y'all? We still breaking up? It's still choppy?
No.
It ain't choppy no more? Thank you, Mary. Somebody let me know if we still breaking up on here. Are we still breaking up? Okay. Not as bad. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it get better. It sounds like I'm in the. It's good. Okay, we got to move on. I hope up or whatever it's supposed to do. Hopefully, but we got to move on. But we have Keon on here. Keon is a community organizer as well as a community activist. We also have Montrez Slater on here. Montrez is like the music man down there. He's very involved. He's very involved with everything in Mobile, Alabama. He knows what's going on in music, what's hot music, and as we all know, music is pretty influential. So he can definitely speak from that standpoint as well as. So, first, I would like for everybody to introduce themselves. I'll start with you, Keon. You can introduce yourself and tell people what it is you do and where you're from. And then after that, Montrez, you can introduce yourself and tell what it is that you do.
Yeah, I'm Keon Mapinduzi. I'm from Tomanville. Shit, I'm a community organizer, activist. I do mostly prison stuff, but I'm really out here in the community. I'm also a Project Grip. But that's all I'm gonna say for now. I'll get into that later.
Okay. Montrez.
My name is Montrez Slater. I'm also from Tomanville. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of Mobile community out of Mobile. I deal with music. By night, I have my own company, Late Gate Multimedia. My resume pretty long, but I'm pretty connected with a lot of stuff going on in the city. I do community activists, activities also during Thanksgiving and Christmas. The kids get taught during that time. It's a lot. Like my man said, it's a lot. So, but I am very involved in music. Very involved with music and entertainment here in Mobile, Alabama, and Atlanta, Georgia too.
Okay. So what we're on here for is to talk about the state of we're in a state of emergency. We have multiple murders in Mobile, Alabama, involving our teens and specifically our teenage sons. So I guess the first thing I want to talk about is I want to ask you first, Montrez, why do you think what's happening is happening?
Why do I think what's happening is happening?
Do y'all have y'all phones on Do Not Disturb? Because I just heard somebody's phone. Whoever phone was on.
Could you speak up? I could barely hear you.
You could barely
repeat the question?
Okay.
Yeah.
My phone up. I don't see if I put my phone down. No. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me better? You turn all the way up?
Yes, I'm all the way up. Go ahead. Okay. I can hear you.
Okay. So what do you think? Why do you think what's happening in the music as far as teen on teen murders? Why do you think that is even happening, especially at the rate that is happening?
Well, for one thing, there's a lack of respect, and respect starts at home. It's a lack of teaching at home. It's a lack of building proper foundations for our kids to be able to react to certain situations without even ever being in those situations. We are not loving each other no more. We don't care for each other no more. You know, I was born in '79, so I come from an era where I knew everybody on my street, the next street over, the next street over, the next street over. If I didn't know them, my grandmother knew them. You know, we were raised differently. You know, it was just different back then. But versus today, our kids have access to stuff that we don't even have access to. If you have kids, you got stuff in your house that you don't even know that's in your house. You know, so it's just a lot that our kids have a lot. The internet has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Parents having to work a lot of hours, night shifts when they need to be at home with their kids, making sure they're home, not in the street, not smoking weed and popping pills and dealing drugs and dealing with people that they too young to be around. You know, back in the day when I was raised, little girls were called being fast if they were moving too fast. Now it's glorified to be fast. So a lot has changed in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back to the foundation of the stuff that's not considered cool anymore. But I can tell these brothers, I mean, I love y'all and I don't even know these niggas. Me and bro from the same neighborhood, we never met, but we very active in our communities. You know what I'm saying? So maybe now we can start a relationship of dealing with these kids and working with ex-cons, you know what I'm saying? So it really started with our generation, because I believe our generation dropped the ball because we wanted to be the parents that wanted to be cool with our kids instead of raising our kids the way that we were raised. We thought that it was horrible to have a curfew. We thought that it was horrible that we couldn't go to a party. We thought that it was horrible that we couldn't get the new J's. We thought that it was all this, and we made sure that our kids gonna get all this tangible stuff that really has no value in their life. Our parents were teaching us better things in life that we didn't understand at that time. And now as adults, we see why we got a lot of no's, because parents back then wasn't making the income that we are able to make. It's all about money now. Money has no value to it because we own Bitcoins, we own stock exchanges, everything is computerized now. We own Cash App, like, so everybody want to flash money. That's why they dying. They dying to be cool. They dying because they don't want to be 25. They want to die. If you 25 now, you old to them. When I was 25, when I was 17 and looking at a 25, I'm like, man, they finna have the best time of their life because they could do what they want to do. They living life. Now they rushing to live life because they think it's over with at 25. I just turned 42 3 weeks ago, and I'm still learning, and it's got better because I'm able to open up and accept the changes and the maturity that I have gained throughout my life. We are negating maturity. Everything that's lame is the coolest shit ever. Like, I'm so happy I'm lame, and these kids going against being lame because they already pictured themselves as being a gangster, or having all this money, or dealing with all these women, or dealing with all these guys. You dig what I'm saying? Like, the music has a lot to do with it because we all listen to music. Music has a big influence.
Right.
Growing
Okay,
up as a kid, I will question my mama, like, why you don't want me to listen to that? Like, I got my own mind. She like, boy, you crazy. You ain't got no mind. Them folks gonna have your mind if you keep listening to that. And guess what I did? I kept listening to that, but I snuck and listened to it. You know what I'm saying? Now you got niggas smoking blunts with their mama.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got niggas doing time in prison with their daddy. And they glorifying that. That's right here in our community, bro. Right here in Thomasville. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? The wrong things are glorified. Glorified. And it comes from the music. It comes from a lot of stuff.
Okay. Keon, what he was saying?
Yeah, so I think for me, I think it's a lot of reasons, but one of the biggest ones is our mental health is not adequate. Like, Mobile is one of the most depressed cities, and if you look at the statistics, depression come along with other mental health disorders, bipolar, anger, and all that. I used to work at Bay Point, the psychiatric facility for kids in Mobile. And I see so many of the kids that I used to deal with on a daily basis come through the news for shooting somebody in this past year. A lot of these kids. So I'm like, where's our mental health follow-up? Like, who's taking care of these kids? Who paying attention to them? Also, you got to look at the recreation center. Idle hands. These kids ain't got nothing to do. They got idle hands, and that's the devil's playground. That's what we know. I think another thing is you got single-parent homes working multiple jobs, and they just ain't got time to watch their kids. But who watch the kids? They watch themselves. Because, like my brother was saying, he got his sister kids right now because she at work overnight. But how many families like that? Because a lot of folks ain't got that.
Right.
So, I mean, we missing a lot of things about community cohesion. Like, we so separated and we so siloed and focused on ourselves that we forget that we got to be a community. It take a village to raise a child. Kids need time and attention and care, and we ain't giving them none of that. And then on top of that, like, they got these models, like these folks out here really thugging in their face, and they see that, and they try to be that, because these are the only people that are giving attention. Because guess what? You get rejected when you go to the church if you look a certain way. You get rejected when you go to certain spaces and you got your pants sagging and whatnot. But guess what? The streets ain't gonna turn you away. They always gonna accept you. So when you got an avenue to know that you're gonna be accepted and welcome, you're gonna follow that. So we gotta create spaces that ain't like that, that accept these kids, that care about these kids, that listen to them. And I think another big thing is we don't even listen to the kids. Like, if anybody gonna get them out of this situation, it's gonna be them. Like, we gotta get a support, we gotta get a guidance. But the ideas gonna come from their brain.
Wait a minute.
I think
I don't know what's going. Why is that like that? Like
it's breaking up.
doing it.
I can't finish. You say finish what I'm saying? Yeah. So we don't invest in the kids. We don't give them none because
When you're not speaking, not you can't. Not speaking. When you're not speaking, can you mute your mic while the other person is speaking, and maybe that'll help with the static. Okay.
all right. So we ain't invested in the kids because we look right now. I just seen on the news where the recreation center is charging $50 a week to already poor families. Most of our community don't make $30,000 in a year. So an extra $450 on the year just for the kids to go to summer camp, just so they have something to do. They gonna find something to do if they don't go down. So that's another big thing. And I yield there.
I heard you say Coach Q.
I don't know what's going on with that sound. I don't know.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
Can you finish what you were saying, Keon?
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I was just talking about the way that they don't invest in the kids. And also, if you look at the school system, like what happens in one school happen in another. Merging schools like May Eames and Williamson and putting them together, exposing these young kids to shit that 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds doing. Of course, you're going to see expanded violence because of the fact that these kids shouldn't have no business doing none of this. They shouldn't see no dope. They shouldn't see no weed. They shouldn't see no guns. But they seeing it. At 6th grade, these kids pregnant in the 6th grade. They seeing all this stuff. So they live in an early life. That's why they ain't going to see 25 because they already in high school and middle school.
Okay, wait a minute. Do y'all hear? Hold on, because that static is. Do y'all hear? Just me.
I hear the static.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna ask y'all to do. Y'all come back in the way that you came in, but leave off screen, hang it up or whatever. Leave out and then come back in the way that you came in. Right. Everybody come back in. I don't know what's going on. I've never had this much static and all this kind of stuff going on my live stream, but it seemed like when we're talking about something that's so much needed and we're talking about something that's that we need to be talking about, like it just want to trip out today. Okay, everybody's starting to come back in. Okay.
All right.
Can
you hear me?
I don't know what's going on. Because it don't never do that. It don't ever do that. Okay, Jamie, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah, you good now.
It's not now. You ain't staticking up. No.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to talk fast.
I don't understand how they're doing it.
Y'all got me?
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Keon, complete what it was that you were saying.
I lost my train of thought. I ain't gonna lie to you, but
Okay, I'll jump to Quentin. Quentin, you want to piggyback off of what Keon was saying?
All right. Hey, y'all.
Oh yeah,
Both of
introduce
y'all
yourself
did.
to everybody, Quentin, because you know you was a little late.
Yeah, I'm Coach Q. Interesting story why I named myself Coach, but listen, both of y'all guys did a good job, and it probably, I hope it's a million more of us that could piggyback off of what both of y'all said. So at the end of the day, it's bigger than what it's bigger than each household. It starts at the household, like he said, and then it go outside the household too. It takes a village to raise one person. So at the end of the day, we all got a whole bunch of work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In order to, cause I see guys every day that kind of look to me to be the man in his life. But what he supposed to be, what he think he is the man in his life. He think he the man in his life, and he want me to be the man in his life. So what happened is conflict out the gate. You think you're the man, and then you want somebody to be your man. So at the end of the day, what I understand about a person or a young man like that is he might have then get the teaching of how to be a man, and he winging it, and he ain't doing right by us that's trying to build a future, for example, or he trying to build his future, but he don't know how to. So it goes a little deeper. Like that conversation is great. It just starts like uh outside the microphone. It starts in conversation with guys at the gas station. It starts at, when we see them out in public. It just, we have to, like, while the kids are doing what they doing, we supposed to intervene and help them right then. I ain't perfect, and I ain't do most of the shit that I supposed to did. I'm glad to say that will save my life for real. So a lot of times when I tell a guy I don't have no advice on this genre, or I can't tell you what to do about that, that's my way of saying you wrong out the gate. Because anything that's aligned with what we supposed to be doing is easy for me to give you instruction or direction, because I just want to see you. We want to be able to pass along good judgment, good direction to these guys. But I heard Ms. I Speak say something about the main thing for this meeting was due to the killings of, some young guys. So what happens is we care, but not until it affects your house. And when it affects your house, um, then you kind of invested on it as well. So what we have to do for real is be invested in the younger generation, and then we care whether they make it or they don't make it. If they don't make it, your investment is lost.
Right.
When we start speaking in terms of money to the guys, we get their attention. So we have to teach them how to fish, for example. They say you give a man a fish, shit, he gonna eat. But if you teach him how to fish, he can feed his other people. So we have to teach the man how to fish. Um, some phrases from a long time ago still fuck me up today. Like, the game is sold, not told. Guess what, fellas? If you ain't telling that man how to save his life, or reminding that nigga that he mattered to his mama or to his sister or to his cousin, we doing them an injustice. So we have to, we have to. It take time. Shit, I got a 14-year-old son. he been raised against me, kind of. You know, I don't like to talk about it. It's a sensitive situation, but most black men have dealt with it, especially if you got a boy, if you got a son. Period. You know, we deal with our relationships, and then we deal with parenting. But what we have to remember is the difference in both. It ain't all the same across the board. Like my car dealership, all customers ain't the same here. Every single person different. So every single person is a different solution to their problem. Cause transportation like oxygen, everybody gotta have it. Shit, everybody don't have it. So everybody have a different equation to getting it. So we just have to really slow down and see what people trying to do. Some people will take you down. And we have to realize when somebody committed to evil, then we have to try to convert them. If they don't convert, then they gonna stay with the devil. And if they could transform to good, then God gonna bless that. And we can kind of keep it simple in our house. Is what I use for my family. God bless good, the devil bless evil. We really have to, because there's so many religion-based stuff that can have you going all type of ways, and you really don't know, should I do it or should I don't do it? And what you have to realize as a 10-year-old or a 100-year-old, whatever good you do, God gonna bless it. And whatever evil you do, the devil gonna bless it. It ain't complicated. People have been paid to complicate it. I really don't want to say like a preacher or like a white man or like anybody specifically, but we have to learn what works and unlearn what don't work.
Right.
A lot of stuff don't work. It got us in this. Here we are in 2021 after the pandemic, and people still lost in the sauce. It ain't cool. It's called ignorant, and we hate to be called words that make you want to fight. But ignorant is a definition to it, and stupid is a definition to it, and intelligent is a definition to it. What we have to do is just wake up to simple stuff like what that shit mean. Is that my characteristic? Because I got put out the military, and one man told me to say, hey, it's not me, it's a character flaw. The problem was it wasn't a character flaw. This real me.
Right.
So we have to realize when people stand on what they stand on. When they stand on what they stand on, you are choosing your side. At that point in time, whether you choose good or whether you choose evil, that is your choice. And that matters who's gonna bless it. If it's good, God gonna bless it. If it's evil, the devil gonna bless it. I like to keep my conversation with men simple. With men, we have to be the leaders and the guidance and the salt and the light in a tasteless and dark world. And if we don't, then we become part of the problem.
Okay.
Damn, bro.
Somebody phone.
Something.
And don't do not disturb.
It ain't me.
That brings me to my next question. How important is it for fathers, or how important is it to have fathers, positive male figures in the home?
It's first important.
I'll start with you, Montrez.
We gotta all say the same thing because we all know that in the beginning, the whole goal, it seemed like, and today is a good example to bring it up.
Wait a minute. What? Q. Now look, this is somebody's business, which means he's on this. Right? So, Montrez, tell me, how important do you think it is for fathers or father figures to be in the home with your boys? And what is the effect that you think that it is by not having a father or a positive role positive role model in them?
Well, I'm very proud to say that I ain't had no goddamn daddy.
And that's a bad thing.
I'm very proud to say that.
That's a bad thing, my
Because I was raised by some strong women. I was raised by 8 strong women, so strong that they made me realize, like, you just gonna be better than what you didn't receive. And if I put too much time in it, worrying about where my dad at, I would have been missing the blessing that these women was giving me, which was all the game I ever needed. That's why I smile the way I smile now.
Amen.
I was raised by some great women.
Ooh, that's a blessing and a curse.
Never had a dad.
That's scary, Montrez.
Okay.
You're right. It's a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse. It's a big blessing and a curse. But guess what? You can't get a blessing without having some type of curse to come with it.
I don't believe that. So
you dig what I'm saying? If you overindulge in your blessing, that's the curse part. You dig what I'm saying?
What you say?
But I was say what now?
You're right about that.
So you know, but it took time for me to learn this. It took a lot of time, a lot of conversation with my mama, my grandmamas. I got some great uncles that showed me what not to do. Don't smoke that dope. Don't drink that wine. You dig what I'm saying?
Not too much.
Do not go to work, because you're gonna be dependent on this woman. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of great examples that wasn't good examples to some, but they were great for me because I had such a solid foundation. Like, I was in that village, bro, right down Golden Avenue, right off Highway 45. That's where I was, on the dead end. Raised on the dead end. You dig what I'm saying? So I knew I had to go up the street, either go right or either go left. And guess what? I went both ways.
Yeah.
But I was able to change myself, change my mind. Come on back in where the love was and get away from that bullshit.
That's right.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, my mama made sacrifices for me to go to college. These parents making sacrifices to get their kids some Jordans. You dig what I'm saying? They not holding tight. They not. I'm gonna share a personal story with y'all.
It's a lot of
I
stuff.
remember I was 13 years old, never had a pair of Jordans, and I asked my mama, I want to get these J's. It was a Friday. My mama just got paid. My mama started crying at the door. I'm the oldest of 3. It was my baby brother and my sister. She had just got off work. She was working for Kelly Temp Service. She said, babe, I can't buy you them goddamn shoes. I can't afford them shoes. Look at my check. My mama had a check for $111. $111. $111. Raising 3 kids. Not 1,011. 111. The J's was 129 plus tax. I knew life was different then. And my mama ain't got no money. That's when I knew we were broke. That's something I started working for Mobile Parks and Recreation. I gave my mama $1,000 when I was 18 years old. Off a college refund check, sent her the whole check. Mama, get your car fixed. I started selling weed at 18. When I sent her that $1,000, I kept $250 to buy me a quarter pound of Reggie. Went crazy. Went to jail and everything behind this shit. Went crazy. Went to jail again. My grandmother bundled me out with her last $5,000 to her name. We walked out of court. She said, baby, don't ever do that again. I ain't never touched it again. True story. When my grandmama died, she left me $5,000. But we were rich in love.
Yeah.
That's what these kids lacking. They love through material assets. That's how they. That's what they figure love is.
We need that man in the house.
What you say, bro?
Man in the house. You would have had that man in the house. You would have been able to give your daddy some credit right now. Now, I ain't mad at you not being able to give dad some credit, but get what? Your daddy mad. And get what? It probably ain't your daddy's fault, but the circumstance. So what we have.
But you know what though, bro?
Yes, sir.
Let me go a little deeper with you.
Yes, sir.
Let me go a little deeper with you. When I got older, started being a player, started messing with a lot of different women, started understanding women. I seen a lot of stuff that young niggas won't understand. A woman is a woman.
It take time. It
It
take
take
time for
time.
them to
Guess what?
and,
But guess what
and
though?
we
Me and my
don't
dad are
have time.
cool. Me and my dad are A1 right now. Cause
That's
you know
right.
why?
Because you
I
got
got
that
a baby sister.
understanding.
She found me on Facebook.
You got that
And that's what
understanding about
connected
your
our
daddy,
bridge
because
back,
he
bro.
ain't have nothing personal against you. He loved you.
Now, right.
You and your daddy cool today because you
We
learned
cool.
understanding. And what
Right.
happened is the young one have to learn that everything that seems like it's against you ain't really against you. I used
Right.
to think my mama hated me because my daddy wasn't there, just 100% either. But it was time where I thought my mama hated me because she used to be on me so bad. But that just was the love. So I understand exactly what you're saying. But guess what? I did have my dad in the shadows. I met him when I was 5.
Right.
Before I was 5, I still hardly today know the effect that had on me. Like I got kids that's 14 years old down to 5 months. And all I could do is we still learning. We still learning too. So what I'm trying to avoid is the heartache that it causes on a young boy or a girl to not have that daddy in the house. That shit matter like a hell. And the whole
Yeah,
problem
boy.
that we are having today is that they knew that when we were slaves and you rape our woman, nigga, we gave a fuck. We ain't not give a fuck. We always care about that boy that they hung in the tree. That was somebody's son.
Right.
See,
Right.
they thought that it was just a nigga. That was that lady's son. Or that was that lady's husband. And that
Right.
shit matter. And they've been tearing family down since the beginning of time. They got people. I mean, God, we have to realize that my phone went dead, first of all. And so I got to talk upside down. But we got to realize that the game is against us. And the only answer is understanding. We got to get understanding because we all goddamn want to be treated a little special. We all want to be treated special, but we have to build that specialness. And that ain't the easy part. We give up a lot. We want too many options. When there wasn't no internet, I don't believe it was that many options. So men were more prone to do the right thing by what they got. We just got too many options, and we got to keep it simple and just do the right thing by our families, by our kids, and by our, men. Generally, a man need a woman. That's just out the gate. And we create kids, and we supposed to love them kids together. A lot of today we have what we call blended families, and us men have to just go ahead and step up to the plate and fix this shit. Cause at some point it's the men's fault at the end of the day anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We as men, real men, are we stronger than we might say we're a real nigga and stuff, but we more like royalty. And until we and we know that, and women even know that, but until we really, apply that shit what we know, God, we're gonna stay stuck in this cloud of misery and why things ain't right. Because we really just gotta, like my man, in the White Sox hat, he said in the beginning, learning starts at home. That's out the gate. Learning do start at home. It don't start in preschool. It don't start in elementary. Learning starts at home. And that requires a woman and a man. And if you ain't got both of them, then you're going to be lacking. So when it puts you out in the world, you have to learn what you ain't lacking. So what we have to do is just we got to work with each other, y'all, for real. Orange, Black Hat, we gotta get together. Woman in the Gene, Miss I Speak, it gonna take everybody on the same page. Cause guess what? We all got similar understanding, but we don't know how the hell we arrive to it. But what we have to do is it's gonna take some time and it's gonna take commitment to if we want to last. Because one thing I respect about white folks, get what white folks said. They don't want their white daughter to get pregnant by a black man, because ultimately they ain't gonna be too many white folks left. What black folks gotta understand is that shit hard. And that is respectable. But what we have to do is learn that same goddamn
Okay.
what that word is, Kevon.
Okay. We getting out time. Keon.
Yeah.
Okay, so Keon, I'm just gonna let you stay because we get off topic. But how important do you think that it is for a male figure to be in the home, helping to raise our black sons?
Not necessarily that important, just to keep it G with you.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because if you look at like the people who dying the most, it's the kids first, women second, and usually by a man that's in the house. Shit, I didn't have a man in the house most of the time, and when I did, he was beating the shit out of my auntie. So I definitely don't agree. But having a man that's in your life, that's different. Like a man do need to be there to help you out and show you where to go. But all the time, shit, the men today that we got right now, most of these niggas fucked up. These niggas need mental health counseling. These niggas need some type of help. They on drugs. Niggas is fucked up. Most of the niggas done been to prison, got all kind of PTSD and whatnot. So I think before we say we need to make sure that a man is in the house, let's make sure that man's straight. Cause shit, it's a lot of help that need to come to these men. And a lot of the men need to seek help. A lot of men are
I was just saying, like a lot of the wrong niggas in the households.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the wrong niggas.
Just fucked up. Like they possessive. They don't understand how to relate to a woman in general as an adult. Like these motherfuckers think they own these women and you don't. Like that's why the women keep dying. Because niggas think that they're their property. Oh shit, you disobeyed me? Shit, I'm gonna shoot you. Fuck it. And shit, the nigga go to jail, she dead, and not a kid left in the system. So yeah, it got to be the right man. It got to be a mentally healthy man, a stable man, a man who knows what he's doing. So I mean,
so piggyback off what you're saying. Okay, you're really hitting on something that we really need to talk about because mental health is so important. And in the black community, we deal with mental health. We see people and she just crazy or he's just crazy. Really, the circumstances of how a lot of people have grown up and the traumatic experiences that they've been through is what's contributing to their mental health. So how do we deal with mental health? How do we, because you know, like you said, a lot of times we have been in the home and a lot of times they are in a lot of these guys lives, and these little boys get to see these men growing up beating on their mom, not coming home, the lights are being cut off, they're being very irresponsible, they have multiple women, and so then when they go out there in the street, they do the same type of shit. So how do we get to a point where we can make it where we deal with our mental health? Because I feel like that's like the main thing that we need to sort is the mental health, because when you're healthy in your mind, you make healthier decisions. So how do we deal with that? How do we even get black people to even take mental health and make it not be something so taboo, where it's like acceptable and it's cool to like go to the doctor and talk to somebody, go to a psychiatrist or a counselor or somebody to talk to somebody. How do we get that? Because our kids, a lot of our children can't talk to their parents. You know what I'm saying? I know I have my oldest daughter. She be like, Mom, I feel like I can't talk to you, you know, because you just gonna be too real You just gonna say it how you gonna say it, and sometimes I don't need that. So I tell her, you have to find somebody else. That's somebody's phone. Who's phone? Who's phone? Okay, there's somebody's phone. My phone don't do nothing, sir. But how do we get these kids to talk to somebody? How do we make it to where it's not, in the Black community, it's not cool to go get help. It's not cool to go, and we're raised to not tell our business. You don't say whatever going on in this house, it's in this house. You don't go outside my house telling my business. But kids need somebody that they can talk to, that they feel comfortable talking the business too. Because a lot of time the business that's going on in the house is what's fucking kid up. So how do we approach children, how do we approach young men from a mental health standpoint?
Well, first of all, you got to be educated on mental health. You dig what I'm saying? Like, mental health is an issue that's so serious to the point that where some people are ashamed of people that have mental health issues in their family first. And they are ashamed because they don't know how to love unconditionally. We got to get back to the square root of everything. You dig what I'm saying? Like, really, them 4-letter words, love, hate, very strong. Ignorance, very strong. You know what I'm saying? So it's the lack of information first. It's the lack of wanting to receive information first before first. You dig what? If it's not cool, we're not even paying it any attention. You got people that's in your family that has mental health, and you got somebody in your family that'll tell you, well, I ain't know he was crazy. I just ain't never paid him no attention. That's the problem right there. We're not paying our family members and our friends and our associates any attention. Because if you was, you would know for a fact, like, man, this motherfucker crazy. Bro, we need to go get you some help, boy, because what you saying, you for real. And you mean that, and that's not normal. We need to tap in a little bit more to what you really got going on. See, first of all, people with mental health issues are so serious that they see people that's living so arrogantly and so on a high horse that they don't feel as if they can talk to them because they're not cool to the person that they're trying to talk to.
Right.
The lack of communication, the lack of paying attention to your surroundings and the people around you is the biggest problem first. The lack of love is a great problem because I can kill this brother right now. He from Thomasville, I'm from Thomasville. I can see him at Jimmy's and I feel as if he a weak nigga and I want to show out in front of my partners from over here by Aaron Park. I shoot this man and kill him for no reason because I think he weak off the perception. This can be a stone cold killer. Ain't nothing weak about this man. We judging off of perception instead of off of direct information. You dig what I'm saying? But we are trapped in this mind state that where I have to look like this to be accepted over here with these group of guys instead of tapping into who I really am, and I really need to be over here with those group of guys. I don't need to be dating this type of female. I need this type of female. But this girl is cooler. She like to smoke weed or she pop pills and she always on Instagram getting 1,000 views and this, and the third, which has no value in life. But
Right.
That's what people think that they are missing out on. The cool kid stuff. Everybody know when you get grown and become an adult, the cool kids finish last. Right. Everybody who you thought was cool back in the day, them motherfuckers ain't hitting on shit right now. Mm-hmm. And the people that you thought was lame, them the folks you see on vacation all the time. Ain't worried about nothing. Ain't no pressure. They smiling and living life. We putting our time in the wrong areas.
Okay.
We letting babies watch babies now.
I was just talking about that yesterday.
We letting the babies watch the babies while grandmama's 38, 30, 39 years old in the club smoking blunts. Still popping pills. You're a grandmother now. You the matriarch. We not accepting our roles. Yeah, I'm a male, but I'm not a man because I don't do manly things. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not a leader in my community. I'm not even a leader in my house. Hell, I ain't even got a house. I stay with this woman. That's not my wife.
Right.
I'm with her kids more than I'm with my kids because I gotta secure where I'm staying.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? It's no working hard. It's all scams and schemes. It's all quick licks.
Trying to go.
Anything shit fast ain't gonna shit long, so they on to the next instead of learning proper ways. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if you really listen closely, if you listen to the youth, they use a term called demon time now. Do you know how strong that word is, demon?
Mhm.
But I'm on demon time. No, get your ass away from around me. You don't know what that means? Get your ass away from around me, bro.
Period.
I'm not 24/7 on Christian time, but I do have morals and values.
Right.
But I do step outside my box and have my fun, but I know my limits.
Right. And have standards.
It's more glorified to hurt somebody and embarrass somebody instead of helping somebody. But if they helping somebody, they gonna cut their camera on and go live and just to show somebody that they helping somebody. That's when you take the blessing away because you doing it for show
Right.
instead of doing it for show. We do it for show. SHO, not
Right.
SHOW.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, these folks on demon time, man. When they got to that level mentally, we lost. We been lost, but we really gone.
Okay.
Energy.
Keon, piggyback.
Energy that they putting out that's why they receive what they get. The dude just killed their mama the other day.
Yeah.
Shot and burnt the goddamn house down right here in Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But that's a mental issue. It's a mental issue there.
Go back to the question. I can't remember what the question was.
Okay. Keon, piggyback off what it was that he was saying.
Okay, so this mental health issue. First of all, yeah, that demon time shit. These motherfuckers really on that shit.
They really are.
You be hearing them, bro?
Okay,
Yeah,
look, let me tell y'all this. Explain what you mean by demon time, because everybody on here, I got a audience that ranges from 17 to 72. So explain what you mean by demon time.
Shit, nigga on some gangster shit.
You dancing with the devil?
Yeah.
You dancing with the devil. That's what a demon is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna hurt your ass. I'm finna stun. I'm finna do whatever I can to degrade you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna hurt. Demon. It's no other way. It's dark, dirty,
it's
harmful.
It's nothing
hate.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? They tell you that with a smile. And they fresh as hell. They dripping, pulling out all types of money. Nigga, I'm on demon time. Yeah, the devil got it for you.
Right.
Yeah.
You probably finna be a victim fucking around with that shit.
One thing that I teach personally to children, teenagers, and adults is that the devil and the Lord share the same minute. You got 30 seconds to make a decision. Which way you gonna go? And you gonna make a decision. Yeah. But they ain't paying attention to that.
So moving past the demon time situation, because I mean, shit, that shit real, but also like to tie that in with the mental health shit. Like the reason why we can't get mental health off the ground because motherfucker think if they be honest with you and vulnerable and tell you some shit like that they going through, that you gonna use it as a weapon. You gonna turn them into a victim because of it. You think because I said I'm going through a hard time, shit, I'm the motherfucker you finna get. But shit, so like what we gotta do to get out of that situation is create like a place where people can be, vulnerable. We got to create a community where motherfuckers got your back. Motherfucker ain't gonna try to take advantage of you. Cause shit, like these young folks, a lot of what they see is goddamn a motherfucking pray. Like motherfuckers used to say that we gonna pray for you. Now they finna pray on you. Like that's what it is. So
demon time.
Exactly. So like to take it to another level, like mental health, it can't start at a counselor or a therapist or a psychologist. It got to start here. It got to start in our community. It got to start with your people.
Right.
You got to have people that you can trust, people that you can talk to, people that's gonna listen to you, have your back, and help you get what you need. If you ain't got that, shit, you ain't got nothing. But then it is shit out here for us to take advantage of. Like we got lifelines, counseling, free therapy, like whatever you need, you can call them up. If you're going through a tough time, you can hit them up. And Lifelines is a free line, 24 hours, so you can always hit them up. Then you got like resources, like USA got free therapists or discounted therapists for folks who ain't got insurance. So, I mean, we got to take advantage of the things that they put in the community for us. Because if we don't, shit, we lacking. Like, Oh, speaking of mental health, Project Grip. That's something that I'm doing right now with assistant director of professor of psychology at USA. We working on gun-related injury prevention, and it comes down to mental health, and that's one of the things. Like, we trying to find folks who actually in the community who live in areas where high gun violence going on, and we want to know what you going through, what you done seen. Like, have you had somebody that's been killed? Have you been shot at? Have you seen this? Does it affect you? Like, talk about that, because we got it. We have to talk about it, because if we don't, it ain't gonna do nothing but fester and turn to PTSD. And when you hit PTSD, shit, you're gonna be set off easy. It ain't nothing. Like, shit, that's one of the main things. Motherfuckers flip for no reason. You think they tripping for nothing. It's because they done seen some shit that you don't know about. They done seen this shit a year, 2 years ago, and shit, that shit just popped back up like motherfucking, like a goddamn asthma attack. Motherfucker just be out of nowhere, flipping. And you like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? He crazy as fuck. But nah, he's traumatized. That's what it is. The nigga traumatized. The nigga goddamn mind ain't right, because it been damaged. But shit, you don't never take the time to pay attention to people and see what they really going through. Yeah, we'll never understand them. We'll always think that they just some crazy person that's whacked out, as opposed to seeing this person as a full human being. Because that's really what it is. We got to see each other as humans. We got to understand that shit. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. You've been through a lot of shit in your life. And even though we both got shit going on, and our shit might interact. Like, my goddamn pain might touch with your pain, and shit. That shit caused number problems. It's like a motherfucking hurricane. But shit, we got to be able to talk and get to the bottom of it. And if we can't, shit, we lost. We gonna continue to go down the path that we going down now.
Okay, how important is the music that we allow into our spirits? Because it's just totally different now. If you look at the way music is now, to say that there wasn't any gangster music, you know, I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 82. I'll be 40 in a few months. How important is the music? Because I think the music is very important. The music is totally different now. Like, even with like R&B, you know, it used to be a certain way people sung, or when they sang R&B, it was about how you treat a woman, how you make love to a woman, how you caress that woman, and you love on that woman, and you respect women. Now, even with R&B music, you know, these hoes ain't loyal. You know, it's just totally different, and you know, I'm just the real shit, and you know, it's glorified. The disrespect. We like, you will see women like throw away. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. You know, that's hip hop. I feel like it's totally fucking disrespectful to women, period. So how important is the music that we allow in our spirit, and the music that we allow our children to have access to and to listen to? How important, what type of influence do you think music really have over our youth? Because it has influence over us, and we grown as hell. So how we go about, how influential do you think music is, Montre?
Well, like I said, you know, from the beginning, music is very influential. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, again, I'm 42, so I remember real R&B. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Luke got banned in the USA, had to go to the Supreme Court. That was the first explicit video that you would ever see. You know what I'm saying? We had Playboy magazines and stuff, but it was nothing on TV. That was the white version of being explicit. So, you know, niggas weren't on that like that. So, and they had copywrittens and this is that and the third. But when Luke did it, it exposed us, like young niggas from my era, like, damn, boy, what the bathing suit strippers are like, you know what I'm saying? That was an introduction to another lifestyle. So when you, as a kid, you a sponge. As a teenager, you a sponge. When you going through adolescence, you a sponge. So if you see something that ignites something in you, you gonna attract to it. But it's with the lack of teaching around. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's so wide open that we let our children grow up the way that they want to grow up. And they growing up so fast right before our eyes. You remember when your grandmama say, it ain't time for you to do that yet? Like, for a woman. Your grandma, no, you're not wearing lipstick. You know. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will forbid that. You're not wearing makeup. You're not wearing fake fingernails. When press-on nails came on, your grandma ain't let you put that on because It was a form of you trying to make yourself look like a woman, and you're a little girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With you looking like a woman, it's perverted ass men out here that's gonna try to sleep on you and fill on you. So I'm trying to keep you away from all that, and I ain't got to tell you that because you're still a child. It's not time for you to know that. These young brains are taking in so much till they can't decipher right from wrong because everything seems so fun. Everything is so fun to sell now. They make it look good so they can sell it, and they selling it to our kids. Now you can let your child listen to rap music all day, but you need to be sitting down next to your child, telling your child some real deal life stories too. Yeah. We all got friends that glorified the bullshit and they're dead now in prison. We can use them as examples to our children. As a matter of fact, I'm finna take you to a grave. I can take you 4 hours up the road. I'm finna go show you my friend in prison. I'm finna go show you my friend in his graveyard that got killed when I was 17 and I'm 42 right now. You feel what I'm saying? They got to be able to relate to the scary side and also to the fun side so they can decipher that, damn, that lead to the scary side. I don't want to be on the scary side. Prison or dead. There's no fear no more.
Right.
They only get scared when they locked up like, damn, jail real. Yeah, fool. It's been real. I was scared as hell to go to the youth center back in the day. State school. Now they run into it because they partner in now.
Yeah.
But I got a phone in here and everything is all good. We smoking weed. Come on in here. Yeah, because that nigga want somebody in here that he know gonna watch his back. That nigga now scared. Because ain't nowhere in the hell you finna entice your friend or your brother to come somewhere where you know it ain't right. No.
Okay.
So the music is so fun and so cool and so upbeat and going crazy that it slip in so many subliminal and direct messages that it is eating our kids up. They got to understand there's a difference between entertainment and real life.
Right. And most of it is.
They got to understand that. But now entertainment is real life because they can go live and entertain the whole world with some bullshit.
and you know
and they
what?
Gonna get some likes and views.
When they go live with the bullshit or fighting and shit like that makes them more popular than going live to do something positive. It's more popular to go live and show I'm finna get ready to fight this nigga or these two girls fighting than to go live and be on some positive shit. You get more fame going live doing that type of shit than doing anything that you know that actually feel good and that you should be doing. Keon, how you feel about the music and the influence that the music has over our children?
I mean, I agree with that. It got a lot of influence over our kids, and then like it's a cycle because of the fact that the music messed up. So then the kids become messed up, and then they get blamed. There's a lot of people. We got what four niggas who blowing up out of Mobile right now, and all their music is the same, and it's because of the fact that they see this shit. So music is influenced by life, and life is influenced by music. So gotta do it.
Say that again.
Yeah, like it's both as influential as it is influenced. So I mean, that's all it really is to it. Like we got to adjust what we allowing our kids to see, hear, listen to the videos they watch. The people that's their favorite artists, like shit, they shouldn't be hearing none of this shit about murdering niggas all day. Like, I'll never forget the first time I realized, oh, hold up, I need to chill. And this was even back. This was Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a song, and he was saying, I was listening to it for the first time. I think it was the Black Album. He said, it's a full-time job to try not to kill niggas. And I was like, shit, for real? It is?
Yeah. Because so many niggas playing.
Mm-hmm. But
you know, you see 100 niggas every day you want to kill.
Yep. So it's like it go back far, but it's getting worse. It's only getting worse, and as it gets worse in our streets, it's gonna get worse in our music, and which is gonna get worse in the streets again. So until
we got drill music now. We got drill music now. Now they smoke, they killing you and smoking you in the blunt. So disrespectful to life. There's no respect to life no more. Check out drill music if you want to see some real demon time.
So what are the solutions? What is it that we need to do? Because I know that when back in the day, I know we used to be able to go to like the boys. I don't even know. I don't live in Mobile, but the Boys and Girls Clubs. We used to be at the Boys and Girls Club. We had, or you could go to church. You know, you had Vacation Bible School. You had all these places like when you got to school right in the summertime that you could go where your mind wasn't idle, where you can actually go and do certain things to keep you out of the street. What is the solution? You know, we could talk about the problems all day. What's the solution? How do we stop this shit from happening? How do we stop our young men from outing each other? Because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a man. That's why I got men on here. Because it's the men that's out here killing each other. Well, it's the boys. They're not even making it to be men. They're not even having the chance to become men. What do we do? What do we need? What kind of support do you need from us women to get our youth out of the street and to get them from knocking each other's heads off? What is okay? So people are already raised without positive role models, whether it's male or female. We know that children raising children. We know that the parents and stuff ain't in the home because they working, and we know the system is fucked up and the way everything is set up to fail. What do we do? Because ultimately we have control. We have control. What do we do to keep our sons from murdering each other and feel like it's cool to murder each other? And it's like it's just so easy to pick up a gun and just blow a nigga brains out. You know, don't nobody fight no more. Ain't everybody scared to fight. Can't nobody take an ass whooping. Nigga, you not embarrass me in front of everybody. What is it that we do? What do we need to do? Because we need a solution, because this shit ain't slowing down. Like I was talking to Keon before we went live, and I was telling him, like, look, I was getting stuff in my inbox like every month. You know what I mean? It went to every week. Now it's every fucking day that somebody's son is getting murdered by somebody else's son. And nobody win. You know, the son that's dead, he lost, and their family has lost. And then when your child is put on trial and tried as an adult, and he gonna go do life in prison, that's like death too. You know, so what do we do? What can we do? What can we do?
You got it. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but
say it how I need to
you got to grab the ones that's ready to go and go with them and restart. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can put together a community event right now, and everybody to show up ain't gonna be everybody that need to be there. Them people who showed up don't even need to be there, because the ones who need to be there, they making sure they not there, because they ain't studying that shit, because that shit lame. I could be hitting the lick while you up here talking about some clean up the community. I can be getting some money. I can be getting some cat. I can be doing all this, that, and the other. But the biggest influence in the world and in the black community is the woman, because niggas do stuff for the women.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying? Women got the power, but the girls got to quit being so fast. Women got to quit calling each other bruh. If you listen to these young girls talk to you, they call each other bruh. You got niggas calling girls bruh.
Yeah.
It's so twisted. It's so twisted. We got to untwist the vine, man. You know how thick that vine is? So you really just, I ain't saying give up. I ain't saying that. But the people who are willing to step out and set examples, we got to grab them people so they can step out and set a goddamn example, man. If you get 3, he get 3, I get 3, that's 9. Now we train them 3 up. You go get 3, you get 3, and you get 3. Train them up. You get 3, you get 3, you get 3. Train them up. You get 3, you get. Man, we have 1 million goddamn soldiers marching the right way. And guess what them bad folks gonna do? Man, we can't go up against them folks. There's too many of them. Either we're gonna get down or lay down. They look like they having a great time over there doing the right thing, man. Fuck this bullshit. We done seen real gangsters turn the other cheek. We done seen real killers become forgivers and not kill no more. It's all over the internet. They not watching the right interviews. They not listening to the right people. They listening to what they want to hear.
And you know what? Another thing that I think it is a lot of time the people that our sons are looking up to, look, most people have are the people that influence the most are outside of the home a lot of the time. If you got people that are influencing your children, if they on bullshit, that's what your child is more likely gonna be on, because a lot of us, our children is not, we're not there, the person that you look up to or want to be like per se. You know, like when you see somebody, a rapper, you want to be that rapper. I think that it's even in our community, a lot of times the drug dealers or the guys that are considered cool, the OGs and all that shit, if they on some fuck shit and they doing bullshit, that's what the child want to be like. So I think the change.
These niggas, the OGs that they think the OG, these are niggas who were really the fuck niggas and who wanted to be some OGs. Right. So they listening to the wrong niggas.
We got to get the cool guys, the guys who they really look up to, whether they really fuck niggas or not. I think the cool person, the cooler people, have to be gonna have to be real. And be real, because when you look up to certain people, you want to mimic what it is that they do, right? You want to mimic what it is that they do. You don't really care about the person that's popular. The people that are popular are the people that's gonna have to come from behind the mask and be real. Because okay, take you for instance, if you own fuck shit and you out here killing motherfuckers, you out here selling drugs, and you out here fucking hoes, multiple bitches, and all that kind of shit, and you the cool guy, that's what they're gonna want to mimic. So it really starts in our community, and it starts with the men. Like the men, you know, you can look up to women. Men try to do something to impress women, but really, men try to do shit to impress other men. For example, when a woman gets up and she dresses up and she put on clothes and she go to the club and shit, it ain't necessarily for the men. It's for the other women. It's so the other women can be like, girl, you know you look good, and da 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 da. So it's really not on the woman. It's really on the men. Like, when are the men really step up? Because you have so many men. I see so many men on Facebook. They have so much shit to say. They have so many comments they want to put on posts and all that kind of bullshit. But in real life, what are you doing in real life? Are you really out here in these streets in real life? Like, in real life, are you that shit that you sit there and comment on and you share and all that? What are you doing in real life to influence these guys that look up to you? Like, we can't continue to keep, you can't really point the finger at a woman and say no, it's the fucking men. What are the men gonna do? The men don't lead no more. You know what I'm saying? They don't lead, women lead. It's more, I know more women that are leading households, more women that are leading their sons than men are. So what are the men gonna do? When are the men gonna step up? What avenues do we have to take? What are y'all gonna do? Because see, first of all, the places have been switched. You know, it used to be a time where the man was in the head, and what the fuck he said, that's what the fuck it was. But now it's whatever the woman say, and the man go ask the woman and try to get confirmation from the woman about how to run the house and what needs to be done. Well, when the children come to the
let me say that right quick. Let me say that right quick. What you just did was the prime example of us having a community event and all the wrong people in the room. See, me and this young man right here, we not those guys, so we can't give you a great answer on that question, because we are men that's in the community and being real leaders, avoiding being that nigga that you're talking about. So we need to get some deadbeats on here and ask them niggas that question, because they can give you a great answer. Now, and I ain't trying to be funny, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, bro can't give you a real answer on that because he not that type of nigga. I can't answer that because I'm not that type of nigga. So we need to get, I know a bunch of niggas we can call on here. That's like my niggas who got churn and they don't do nothing for their churn. I don't fuck with them. You might see me on the plane or a yacht somewhere with all my niggas who take care of their churn before I take a nigga who won't do nothing for his child. Bro, you're not finna enjoy life with me when your child's suffering. Any of my partners will tell you that. But if you ain't, bring them over here with you. If you come, we ain't finna do nothing but smoke some weed. Bring them with you, goddamn. You dig? Well, keep them in your eyesight. Teach them right from wrong. Because the nigga down the street finna teach them that, yeah, you supposed to do this all day. Now, son, you go to work and if you got your little money, you want to smoke you some weed, let me tell you about weed. Let me educate you on this shit. Yeah, I smoke it every day because I can handle it. I've been making $65,000 a year for the last 30 years taking care of you and your family, me and my family. You ain't never like for nothing, and I've been smoking weed. Now, if you can do that and do that, smoke it. But if you can't do that and do that, you don't need to smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the outside raise your children, and that's what's going on.
Right.
That's what's going on.
What do we do, kids?
But as far as these niggas not putting forth the effort and not doing anything in the community, me and bro can't answer that. That's why we pick up so much slack and do what we do, because we can't worry about what them niggas ain't. We know what they doing. They ain't doing shit. So we can't worry about them. We got to prevent more brothers and sisters from not doing shit.
And how do we do that? Well, how do
Through
we
action. Through action.
Mm-hmm.
I got enough connects to go get some big dogs. Bro got enough connects to go get some big dogs. If he can take care of the corporate world with grip, I can take care of the streets with my name and my face card. We put grip in the streets together. Now we got some niggas that believing in grip that these young niggas thought was cool and when he ain't fuck with no grip type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I know some real killers with big hearts. They just kill who need to be killed. You dig what I'm saying? I know some real killers with big hearts. They just kill who need to be killed. And they turn around and give great advice. You know what I'm saying? You got all that in your community. You got to accept that.
Mm-hmm.
Every nigga that kill ain't no low down nigga. And every nigga that bless you ain't no angel.
Okay.
Women deal with that all the time. Baby, just let me give you this $100 so you can pay your bill. Then next day the nigga calling you for some cat. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Every nigga that bless you ain't a blessing. And every devil ain't the devil for real. Like, you need devilish examples to know what not to do. This is a real world we living in. The shit that you got to go deep. When you think you deep, you ain't even deep enough. Because that's what's going on in the world. If you can think it, it's a nigga already done thought about that 20, 100 years ago and then did it.
Okay.
You got to think about how you going to untwist the vine.
Okay, so let me tell you this. We got Slate and we got Grip on here. How do we get you guys to come together so we can kind of, I don't know, maybe like a mentorship or something, because y'all down there, right? It's happening in the city where y'all reside. How do you guys, since we do have 2 positive male role models and we do have 2 influential men in the community, how do you guys come together to come up with some type of mentorship or a solution or
First of all, they got to give us our park back.
Mm-hmm.
It started at the damn park, man, where you make your friends at, man. We grew up at Garger Park or Aaron Park.
Yep.
Right.
Every day throughout the summer, you couldn't go up there. You go get your bike stole. You gonna get into a fight. You gonna learn how to play basketball. You gonna meet all the friends. You gonna know the whole neighborhood. See, now niggas from goddamn Donner Street don't know niggas on Somerville no more because niggas don't go to the park.
Exactly.
Niggas from Aaron Park don't know niggas from Garger Parkside no more because ain't no athleticism going on. The red clothes. Niggas can't hoop against each other in a competitive, friendly way. Now we beefing. Now we talking about trapping. Now we talking about them niggas came over and stole our rims. They got our guns. We got to go get our shit back because we ain't weak. Instead of you would have knew that nigga at the park when he was 8 years old and y'all been friends for so long, you ain't gonna never go around there and steal from him.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna never have to kill him because you know him. That's your damn brother, nigga. But we killing. I got to go to bruh's. My son gonna kill bruh's son. And me and bruh been friends for 20 years, but our sons never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
That's our fault. That's our fault.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Damn, bro, I'm sorry too. We both lost our son. You lost yours to the system. I lost mine to life through murder. That's not fair to the parents. It's not even fair to the child, to the children. Both of them involved. They reacting off of ignorance. The lack of, and it's a lot of lack of.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, get out of here. I'm on Facebook Live. I'm trying to do something. That's your damn child, bitch. Nigga going on, I'm trying to do something. Nigga, that's your son. You just trying to get some cat. Excuse my language, but that's what's going on.
No, you keep it real on here. We keep it real on here.
You know what I'm saying? I've counseled kids where I've had a child tell me, man, the reason why I don't love my mama because every night she in there moaning and groaning with a different nigga. Can you imagine being 15 years old knowing your mama getting hit by a different nigga every night? Yeah. We got kids dealing with some real issues.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
I know a kid right now that walked outside his house. His mama was sitting in the driveway giving another nigga a blowjob. Can you imagine as a child walking up? You know, you just trying to see where your mama at. Your mama out here giving a blowjob. That ain't even your dad is sitting in the car. Could you imagine that as a child? These children seeing shit that we ain't seen as adults.
Right, because we know if our mamas was hoes, we ain't know it. They knew how to.
It's deep. It's deeply rooted. And we got to untwist the vine. How do we untwist the vine? That's the question.
That's what I was just gonna ask.
How do we untwist this vine?
How do we untwist the vine? How do we get Grip and Slate to come together to, I guess, make something happen? Because we could sit on here and we could talk about it all day, but we got to put some action behind it.
The only thing we got to do is just make it bigger. What he already in motion, I'm in motion. All right, now we done bumped into each other in motion through you. Now we just make it bigger, bro. I need you, bro. I need you.
I just put my number
Say
in
less.
the chat what we got. So shit, you hit me up just to save it.
You feel me? It's when niggas moving in the right direction, it's easy for niggas to link. All right, bro, that what you need? All right, bet. Bro, that what you need? All right, bet. And we don't even know each other. But I know you doing the right thing. That's all that matter. That's all that matter. If you doing the right thing, shit, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Keon. Go ahead.
Yeah, we just got to focus on using the folks' interest, these kids' interests, to make a connection with them. Because that's the biggest part about it. Like, all this shit, this group shit, it's good, it's great. But until it is something that these kids want to do, attached to it, they're not going to do this shit. So, like, that's the biggest focus. We got to find things like, back in the gap, me, my homie Q, we put together midnight basketball for the kids. And we used to get kids out all the time. Was able to talk to them and do a little mentoring. Able to offer extra services like financial readiness and shit like that, job readiness. Put these kids in the position to fucking win. And shit, we got to be able to bring that back. But the reason we couldn't keep it going was because of the fact that it was two of us against like a whole generation of fucking kids.
Right.
Get enough adults out there. So, like you say, a lot of these men just ain't stepping up. They ain't helping out. Asking for help and niggas just silent. They ain't responding at all. So shit.
And really, we living in a time where parents shouldn't tell kids you can't be that. Like if your son want to rap, okay, guess what? We got a studio over here, but guess what? You can't come into the studio and be a rapper unless you doing good in school, nigga.
Right.
Unless you already took the trash out and you done cut your mama grass and did everything you need to do to go do what you want to do. That's what, like, you can't tell it like you can't be that. Yes, you can. You can be that. You can be whatever you want to be. So we got to stop shattering dreams off the gate. No, I don't want you to be that. Well, goddamn it, I don't want you. I want to be what you want me to be. So I'm gonna go against you every time because that's what you want me to be. Like we got to let our kids open up and try. All right, son, you want to sing? I'm finna book you out at the studio, and if you really like it, we gonna check in. You dig what I'm saying? Like we can't tell kids in 2021 that you can't be that. You see what I'm saying? Yes, you can. You can be that.
So like what needs to happen in order to bring back the midnight basketball tournaments? What about kids love being on the game? You could do some type of tournaments with that shit. What is it that needs to happen? A lot of this platform reach a lot of people, right? So what is it that we need to do? What is it? Bringing talent shows back. Where kids that's been told they can rap, you can build them up and they can have an opportunity to display their talent and all that type of shit. What do we need to do? What is it that we need to do to get these kids to doing something positive? Because if they're busy doing something positive, they ain't got time for the bullshit. So what do we need to do to make it happen? You know what I'm saying? We can make it happen. What do you need from us? What do you need from us? What do we need to do as a collective and as a community to make this shit happen? What we need to do to get the midnight tournaments going back? Because if they
just got to put your Nikes on and do it, man.
And they sweat it and they tired, they ain't got time. By the time they get through hooping and all that shit, nigga, I'm too tired to kill some goddamn body. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do we need to do? Do we need to rent out a space? We need to all come together, pool our money.
You ain't got to do all that stuff right here in every community. There's a park in every community. You just got to be active.
We just need folks to help. We need adults.
Yeah, we need free lunch. We need free lunch. You know what I'm saying? And free, when you sit down, you feeding the nigga gonna tell you everything, man. I don't even know how to read, bro. Okay, we need to get you some reading lessons. You sit down and you gotta trick motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
You gotta trick them. Like, bro, what you need, dog? Now, what do you really need, man? I've been wanting to tell you for 3 days, man. My folks ain't got no, we ain't got no water at the house. Okay, we need to get the water on. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to teach people to ask for help. Bro, it's okay to ask for help. Hell, I need some help. We're on the internet right now. If anybody can help me, please help me. You see what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't have too much pride to ask for help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know you need $20 right now, but your pride so far in front of you that I ain't finna ask them for no $20. Man, I need $20, bro. I'm hungry. Matter of fact, you can take me up here and buy it, dog. Please help me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, all right. All of that, Keon, what we need to do? What we do to get these midnight tournaments? Because it's plenty. Let me tell you something. I know the people that watch my show, when it's time to make some shit happen, we can move mountains and we can make shit happen. What is it that we do to get these midnight basketball tournaments back popping? Well, that's where.
Hey, I got to run in the house. I got to dip. I got to shoot. I got to log out. But I appreciate this for real, and y'all hit me up.
Okay, all right,
anytime.
We will. Thank you.
Thank y'all for real. Appreciate it. Now, hey, bro, I'm gonna get up with you, bro.
Yeah, save my number.
For sure.
All right. Yeah, so all it really take, we got the place, we got the space, we got to get the kids there, and the second thing we got to do, I always give a pot. I got money put on a pot, but shit, it'd be great if I could have people to go in, because I don't want to go broke trying to do this shit every month. Because that was another hard part about it. Motherfuckers didn't want to give. If motherfuckers can do the food, shit, that'll be even better. Like, we need DJs, we need all that. We need to put, so boom, DJs, we got the space. We need to put together a pot so when they finish the tournament, they win something. Like, it's something on the line. Like, right. It's a reward. Like that, I want to make sure the admission's still free, because the admission was free to start with. And we need refs, we need folks to supervise and make sure ain't no foolishness going on, because it just ain't safe to have 30 kids and 5 adults. Like, shit, we got to have motherfuckers to supervise and be there. Like, yeah, and to continuously come. Like, to be there, like, you got to make a commitment to this shit. Like, you can't just show up one time and back off. This shit got to keep going. It got to be continuous. We got to have a partnership, like a group of people that's going to consistently come and be willing to talk to these kids, listen to these kids, supervise them to have their fun, but also if they need help, give them that help. Okay,
boom. Y'all just heard everything that we need. So that basically, we, like Monique said, we need the village. In order to do this, I don't give a damn. I'm flying in. Give me the goddamn date. Come down my damn stuff. I ain't just gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. So we definitely need a DJ, right? Because the music gonna always bring people together. We need a DJ. Shelly Shell, if you know how to get if anybody on here know how to get sponsors, and if anybody Michelle, like I said, most people get EBT. The food can be covered. The food, y'all showing up getting stamps, not hell. The food can be covered. So we're gonna need food. We're gonna need DJs, we're gonna need reps, we're gonna need grown people that's gonna be there and that's gonna be there consistently. This at least need to be something that happens monthly or something that happens every other week, so these kids have something to look forward to. It's gonna have to be something where they're gaining something, because if they're not, their ass ain't gonna come. Yep, the kids love DJ Tech, but we need DJ Tech to not charge. We need DJ Tech to volunteer his time. You know what I'm saying? We need everybody that's doing this shit. You see what I'm saying? We need everybody that's gonna put their hand in this shit. We need everybody to volunteer. Can't nobody come in this shit feeling like they got to get paid. That's from the reps to the whoever that help do the shit. Now we already got the space. We need volunteers. I need people to hit me up. So I'm gonna help you put this shit together. We're gonna put this shit together. Right? We need volunteers. We need people to do food. And it's hella cooks on here. Monica. It's hella cooks on here. We need food. We need people to put the EBT cards together. We need to decide a menu. Y'all know everybody like wings. Quick little shit like that you can fish, or something that you could goddamn make on site. However, we got to do. I got a friend that got a food truck. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to her and see what she can do. We got to do something. We cannot continue to sit here and just keep talking about what the fuck we want to do and what we should do. We got to put this shit in action. So when I get off of here, yes, we need the local rappers. We need all that shit. We need everybody. We need all hands on deck. All this time and shit that these children got, they got to feel like they coming to something that's going to be really fun and something that we want to look forward to the next event. You see what I'm saying? We want them to want to live long enough to make it to the next goddamn event because the event be so fucking lit. Can't nobody come up in this whole situation feeling like they need to get paid and all that shit. Ain't no getting paid. Ain't nobody getting paid. This is about our children because we losing them at a rate that is fucking ridiculous. Mobile is too goddamn small. I need whoever to hit me up so we can put this shit together. I'm gonna give you my phone number when I get off of here, Keon. We finna make this shit, we finna get this shit popping. We need the parents there. We need the daddies there. We need the mamas there. We need everybody there. If your kid, we throw a big talent show or some shit, bring the child out in the audience. He don't need to see everybody besides his motherfucking mama and daddy out there in the goddamn audience. Like, we really need to do this shit because all these, we can interview and we can have shows and we can discuss and we can do all that shit, but if ain't no action behind none of this shit we talking about, ain't shit gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change. So before we end this interview, I'm gonna give you space to say whatever it is that you want to say. I just want to say I'm really serious, y'all. I need y'all. Look, we in a crisis. We losing our kids. You know what I'm saying? We our children, our daughters ain't gonna have nobody to marry. They ain't gonna have nobody to date. They already everybody running to a woman because the men and the boys ain't shit. So we need to come together as a community and we need to get that village mentality back. We need to get that shit back. We gonna have to make it do what the fuck it do, however, because everybody got resources. Y'all got PPP loans. It's not motherfuckers that scam that got money. You finna get $350 a week or however the fuck they finna do that shit. People getting raises on their goddamn food stamps. If you could go out and you could spend $100 a week on weed, you could goddamn put $100 worth of food stamps to get the food and shit to help make this shit happen because this shit gonna save lives. If we act like we don't care and we don't give a fuck, we turn a blind eye, guess what? They don't give a fuck. These kids got to really feel like we give a fuck and we got to genuinely care, but we got to show by action. So anything, when I get, I'm live when I come off of here so I can talk to my goddamn people anyway. But anything else you want to say before we get off of here, Keon? You got the floor.
Yeah, so on top of the Midnight Basketball, like I was saying, I'm with GRIP, Project GRIP, Gun-Related Injury Prevention. Right now, we got a $1.8 million grant with the University of South Alabama to try to do an intervention study on how to avoid this gun violence. So Dr. Krista Mahari, if you live in an area with high gun violence or you're a gun owner, please sign up to do this this research study because we need to get this so that we can get bigger grants so that we can actually fund programs to do stuff for these kids. Because the next step after this first research study is to do an intervention study, which is something that we can actually do that would like halt this, that would slow down this murder rate. And like I was saying, that mental health is so important. This is run by the assistant professor of psychology at the University of South Alabama, and we guarantee a connection with Lifelines, which is free therapy and counseling. So if you got a chance, look it up, Project GRIP. You can Google it and it'll come up. So yeah, sign up. Hit me up if you need more information on it. Keon Gozy, Mapinduzi on Facebook. And that's it.
Okay. Well, we finna get ready to end this interview. Everybody that came on here, we went way over our time, but it's fine. We had 2 hours to talk about what the fuck we need to do for our kids. Thank you to everybody that joined. Thank you, Pastor Quentin, because he's on here preaching from whatever church he get, whatever. Thank you, Keon. Thank you, Slate. Thank you to everybody that came on here and volunteered their time. I'm finna get ready to end this video, and I'm about to go live on my platform so that we can stand behind you, brother. You know what I'm saying? What you say you ain't have enough people, you ain't have enough adults. You finna have people, and you finna have enough adults, because we give a fuck. And one thing I know about my platform is mostly women that support me. One thing about it, we always step up when we come through. So we do what it is that we need to do so we can get this shit done. I love you. I love everybody that love me. I fuck with everybody that fuck with me. And I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Thank you so much.